Welcome back, everybody. My name is Tucker, this is Sporting Logically, and today I wanted to talk about a player that captured a good amount of the collective attention of the NBA world last offseason, Carmelo Anthony. Less than a year removed from being traded to the Thunder, it seems as though Melo is on his way out of Oklahoma City, either via buyout or the stretch provision. Although the team didn't give up a ton to get him last September, it's still unfortunate they can't seem to find a team willing to trade for the 10-time All-Star and the over $27 million left on his one-year deal for next season. On the positive side of things, once a buyout is reached, Carmelo will have the opportunity to sign with any team he likes, with the pursuit of a championship and a positive playing environment high on the priority list. Before I talk about which teams Melo could potentially sign with, it's important to take a look at why things didn't work out in OKC. Once he arrived, it was clear to most that he would be the third wheel to the two younger and frankly better stars of the team, Paul George and Russell Westbrook. As the season progressed, however, and especially in the postseason, it became clear that Anthony was unhappy with his role, and at times it seemed to have a huge impact on his play. As a 33-year-old this past season, he posted a career low in a number of categories, including points, minutes, shot attempts, field goal percentage, and free throw percentage. Always known for his isolation-heavy style in both New York and Denver, those opportunities were hard to find with a more talented supporting cast around him, and the importance of consistent one-on-one opportunities in order for Melo to establish his rhythm became obvious. This unhappiness with his role manifested into at times public disagreements with head coach Billy Donovan, a big reason for the inevitability of his separation from the team. The problem for Melo is that as he now turns 34 years old, his days as the primary or secondary scoring option on a winning team are over. That's not to say he doesn't still provide value, but it will require an ideal set of circumstances in terms of both how he is used, as well as the players on the floor around him, in order for him to be most effective and repair a reputation that was certainly damaged in his time with the Thunder. Having said all that, let's get into the various situations Melo could find himself in next season. When the news first broke that Melo's time in Oklahoma City would soon end, many of us immediately thought he could seek to play with his banana boat pal and new Laker, LeBron James. While it would almost certainly be a cheap one-year deal that the team would look to offer him if they were interested, just like the rest of their non-James signings this summer to save cap space for 2019, it isn't crazy to think that this could be a good partnership for both sides. Melo gets to play alongside one of his close friends, something they've each tried to make happen at various points of their careers, while the Lakers get a strong scoring wing to help lift up the offense when LeBron sits. But assuming LA keeps the young promising wings they have on the roster and doesn't trade them away in a potential Kawhi Leonard deal, signing Melo might actually do more harm than good. He would likely have to come off the bench, something he repeatedly said in the past he isn't interested in, which would only cause more drama for a team that's likely to experience its fair share of that this coming season. Not only that, but LA would likely want to prioritize the development of those young wings over showcasing a 34-year-old former All-Star by giving in to his desire to return to his New York and Denver glory days, which makes LA less of an ideal fit on second glance. The second team that has reportedly expressed interest in Melo's services is the Miami Heat. Coming off a 44-win season and a first-round playoff exit at the hands of the Sixers, the Heat find themselves in a spot most franchises don't want to be, stuck in the middle of their conference without the young star power that could provide them some upward mobility. Though it isn't a guarantee that Melo would be an efficient contributor, he would provide a nice scoring presence on the wing and could begin to see the benefits of coming off the bench, just as his buddy Dwayne Wade did for Miami once he rejoined the team mid-season. As a result of the three options outlined in this video, the Heat provide the most likely chance that Anthony would actually adjust his expectations and accept the sixth-man scoring role that best fits his game at this point in his career. For Melo, the attraction of playing for a winning franchise under Pat Riley is intriguing, even though they don't look to be championship contenders in the near future. Just like with the Lakers and frankly every option on this list, Anthony would be looking at a cheap one-year deal with an eye on lifting up his value for the summer of 2019. The problem for the Heat is that even though the contract itself would be cheap, it would still bring with it a pretty big price tag when you factor in the luxury tax bill as well, which might make them second guess whether or not signing Melo would be worth it in the end. Last up is the team I would expect Anthony to end up on when all is said and done, the Houston Rockets. Coming off a season in which they had the best record in the league and were one win away from taking down the mighty Warriors and reaching the NBA Finals, they've managed to keep most of last season's group together, pending the expected re-signing of restricted free agent Clint Capella. The biggest loss, however, is definitely wing Trevor Ariza. And to say Anthony would replace everything he brought to the table would obviously be foolish, but in terms of the available wings left on the free agency market, Melo might just be their best bet to try and fill that positional void. Anthony isn't much of a defender at this point in his career, but can provide shot making when in rhythm, while also providing an offensive punch should either Chris Paul or James Harden be struggling or injured on a given night. The same issue that has been a constant across all of these options is still a problem in Houston. Will Melo be willing to give up his dreams of being a star and fit into his new role instead? It remains to be seen whether or not that will be possible with any franchise at this point, but with the possibility for Houston to be near the top of the conference once again, along with the opportunity to play alongside another banana boat pal in Chris Paul, things might just get a bit easier to adjust to with the Rockets than you might think at first. And that is the end of today's video. Tomorrow I'll be continuing my series of videos reviewing some of the many free agent deals that have been signed this summer, so be on the lookout for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.